Right.
Hello, welcome back to my channel. It's coffee time with Mandy and Moe. This is my sister Amanda, and she's with me today. We're just going to have some Q&A time, some questions. So I realized that a lot of my audience, which is my family, do not know the lingo for serious crocheters and knitters. They don't understand what I'm talking about sometimes. So a lot of my family have been asking, what does this mean when you say that? So we're going to go over some of those things. So my sister's going to ask me some questions, and I'm going to do my best to answer them.
Okay, so the first question is, what is a whip? And Ashley said that you had mentioned it, but she had no idea what it was.
Okay, a whip is a work in progress. So yesterday, I think I said yesterday I had 10 whips going on, and then I actually started another one. So I now have 11 whips going on. So when we have a work in progress, we call those whips. WIPs, whips.
WIP, work in progress. And then when we were in the store, you were talking about frogging. And I had no idea. I'm thinking of frog.
Yeah, okay.
And you
Yes.
had no idea.
Because I remember mentioning the yarn I was showing you didn't frog well.
Yes.
Hand me that yarn right there.
This one?
Yes. This is Prism for Mary Maxim.
Which is so pretty.
Yes, and it has a halo, like a fuzz on it. If you see that. I don't know if you can see it very well.
Yeah.
And sometimes yarn that you get this way, you can see the little fuzzies. I love this yarn though.
Excuse my bad nail polish.
It does not frog well, which means to tear it apart. Let me borrow this one here. Frogging just means that we're going to take this work that we've been working on for a long time. Where's the end of it? And we're just going to pull it apart like this.
Oh.
That's frogging.
Why is that called frogging?
I'm not sure where that came from, but it's always been called frogging. I don't know why it's called frogging. Maybe I can look up the history of that.
Oh, there you go.
The history of frogging.
Okay. Okay, so what is the difference between a UFO and an FO? And I'm not talking about the,
Aliens? No aliens? Okay. Okay, an FO is a finished object. Something we've been working on and we finally finished it and sewed in all those entails.
Okay.
Okay. And a UFO is something like this one here that we were working on, and for some reason we put it aside and we decided not to finish it. And this one, I started it when we started painting our new living room, but then we changed the colors, so these colors no longer fit the space.
No, it's so pretty.
And then I totally put it aside. It's been two or 3 years.
And what is the name of this stitch that you used on that?
This is just a corner to corner pattern.
Okay.
So the whole thing is done in a corner to corner.
So you said
which
this
is
triple, unfinished.
Not triple. It's a double. It's done in double crochet.
Okay. So if you were to finish this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is there a name for that, like for that last stitch when you finish it up or close it up or whatever?
A slip stitch.
Oh, see, I did not know that either.
A slip stitch is where you just hook them together.
Okay.
And then it's done finally. Yeah.
So that makes it an FO.
A finished object.
A finished object.
Yes.
Okay, so another question that you have been asked is, what is the difference between knitting and crocheting? And for me, I thought it was what type of yarn you're using, but you said no.
No. Okay, when we knit, I'm going to use these as an example. I don't know if you can see them. Knitting, you use 2. These are big.
Oh, yeah,
2 needles, sharp on the end. I got these babies at a thrift store. These are one of my first knitting needles. I actually taught myself to knit using bamboo chopsticks. and
Oh,
a
that makes
YouTube
sense.
video.
Yeah, that makes sense though,
But
because that's
these,
almost what it makes me
yes,
think
these
of.
worked really well. What do I do with my basket? There it is. I mean, I keep calling it a basket. It's a bag. And then I have these
So this
little ones here.
you are knitting.
Yes, I'm up to the knitting part in my bag that I'm making. I finally made it to the purple, and I'm knitting.
And is there a difference between the patterns that you use with knitting and crocheting, or no?
Yes.
Is it pretty much the
Yes.
same patterns?
You have a knit and purl, and ooh, my mind just went blank. There's another stitch when you do both, but my mind just went blank. I'll get back to you on that one.
Like with the question that
why can't I remember?
with what you used at the store, I cannot remember that word
Yes.
for the life of me.
Yes.
I remember what we were doing. We were looking at
Yes.
the end cap with those.
We went to Joann's today.
Yes, and she used a word with me, and I don't remember what it was at all.
And I can't remember because I'm old.
Well, I'm 46, so I'm.
She's my baby sister.
Okay, so what is the weirdest thing, which I don't know why you think it's weird. I think it's actually pretty cool, but the weirdest thing that you have.
Probably it's
made.
weird because I would never wear it.
Okay, because that's not you.
I just made it to see if I could make it.
Yeah.
And if it would fit me. But I would not wear it.
But
myself.
to me, I thought it was cool because
one of the girls might wear it, but
okay,
it's not to their specifications.
because of the colors.
Yes,
Okay.
I think I made it 2 years ago for the 4th of July.
Yeah.
Weekend for camping. That's what I made it for.
It makes me think of the movie Jesus Revolution.
But I would personally not wear it. This is it right here.
To me, it's like 70s.
I believe I followed a pattern that was Stephanie Zed's. And yes, it fits certain areas. But yes, I would not wear this. And I'll probably frog it and use the yarn for something else.
And so for me, what makes you decide on what you want to make? Like, and how, like, do you crochet and do all this more out of like because I think you had said it's more like a comfort thing for you.
Yes, and it's crocheting takes my mind off of when I'm in pain, and because I do not take pain meds.
Right.
With my illness, I can't take them because they affect my digestive system really bad. So I cannot take pain pills, pain meds. So I usually just have to get in a comfortable spot and not move for a while. But I can move my arms, so that's when I crochet.
Yeah.
And it has been scientifically proven that crocheting can help pain management. I have looked this up before, and I remember, I can't remember her name now. She does a lot of the amigurumis, but she talked about...
That's my next question.
That was the word.
That's the word, yes.
You were going to ask me what an amigurumi was. Yes.
Yes, amigurumi.
Yes. She does a lot of the amigurumis, and she said it helps with the pain management. Something about your brain counting, and it keeps the numbers,
yes,
and it keeps your focus.
Mm-hmm.
But it does help. And I've been crocheting all these years, not even knowing that I had the illness, and it would always calm me down.
I remember you explaining that to me once because of the anxiety that I was dealing with, and you tried to teach, which I not.
Even gave you the crochet hooks
I am
and the
not.
yarn.
Yeah, it is definitely not me. But you had said do the counting, and that helps. And as hard as I tried, I never got a square. It always, I don't know, it just went on its own.
Maybe we can work in the round. You don't have to always make a square.
Yeah, it was not good.
I have a project for you then.
Okay.
We're going to be doing them coming up in the fusion segments. If you can make a chain.
I can make a chain.
Then you can make this project.
Okay.
So I'll have you on the show when we're doing that.
Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna, if you can make a chain, then you can make
I can
this.
do a chain.
Okay.
And that's as far as
Yeah, I'll have you on when we're doing this.
I can
fusion.
make a chain. I can bring it together, but what was supposed to be a line was not a line. It was more like a curve.
Okay. All right, so an amigurumi,
Okay.
which I don't have any that I made because all the ones I've made are for my grandkids and I give them to them. But they are basically a stuffed animal made out of yarn.
Oh, that's so cute.
Like the one you just asked me about on my dresser.
Yes,
That's
Amanda.
yes.
Yeah.
She bought it for me. It wasn't homemade, but I am going to be making a few coming up. So if you see that fur yarn right there.
That's yarn?
Yeah.
I thought it was one of those poof balls.
No, it's yarn.
Oh my goodness.
And I've got that Chanel right there that I'm going to be making some out of. This is tiny, tiny yarn. See?
That's so pretty.
And then
That's
this is
just
the
so
fur.
cute. Oh my goodness, it's so cute.
Yeah. So you'll be seeing some amigurumis coming up, which is basically stuffed animals made out of yarn.
That makes me think of that one. You remember that one teddy bear that Mom bought me all those years ago? It was like that color.
Well, I made the Rainbow Bright bear for Sierra. It was a white bear with the rainbow on the front.
Oh, I like Rainbow Bright.
I'll have Sabrina send a picture for you.
Okay.
It matches her vest up there. So yeah. So amigurumis are just stuffed animals made with yarn, but they are really nice. Kids love them.
And so, tell me about this, about your son-in-law, Danny.
Oh yeah, Danny. I'm going to teach Danny how to crochet right here in front of everybody. All right.
So
yeah. So Danny just wanted a shout out. So
yeah,
Danny, if you're up to it, I'll make that a challenge to you. If you want to come on and I'll teach you how to crochet. We can do it when Jeremy's here and you both can be on.
And then this coffee. I am such a coffee person. And then this is just, oh my goodness.
I made her a chai latte.
Oh. Yeah.
It's got some healthy stuff in it, but it tastes delicious.
Yes, it does. And it smells pretty too. I think to me, with coffee, the smell is important too. Like amaretto, the creamer, it has that that sweetness to it, that smell.
Just with this though, you have to. Oh, I didn't show the crochet hooks, did I? I showed the knitting needles, but I did not show the crochet hooks. Okay.
Yeah.
So what do I do with the knitting needles?
Right here.
All right. So here are the knitting needles.
Mm-hmm.
You knit with these, and here are the crochet hooks. They have the hooks on the end. You only need one of these when you're crocheting, but you have to use two when you're knitting, and you're going to be switching your yarn back and forth, unless you're working in a round, which is what I'm doing with that bag right there.
Okay.
But if not, you're usually transferring your yarn back and forth.
Yeah.
And I'm new at this. I'm a newbie. Garter stitch. That's the one.
A garter stitch?
The garter stitch is the other one.
Okay.
That I've not really done it yet, but it's not hard. But yeah, so there's knitting, crocheting. There's also latch hook, but you don't use. I have used crochet hooks for latch hooking, but I do have a latch hook. It's a hook you use for yarn, but
okay.
Like when you're making those tassels right there on that vest, yes.
Yeah.
It's good to use one of those, but you can still use a crochet hook too.
And those are pretty colors.
All right. So, is there any more questions?
Just about what makes you decide on the different types of yarn that you know, what is good for, like, if you were using this one, why is this one better for something than for something else? Like, depending on what you're making.
That is from my surprise box. So it was a surprise. So, but if I was going to pick something out to make, then like if I was making a sweater,
Yeah.
I would usually get like a 4 or 5 weight, unless it was like a spring sweater, and then I would get something smaller, a 3 probably, because you don't want anything too chunky for the spring or the summer.
Right.
Because sometimes it gets chilly in the evening, but you would want something warmer, a little thicker in the wintertime. So that's why you go with the weight a little higher, maybe a 5 or 4, 5 or 6.
Mm-hmm.
But I wouldn't go any. I probably wouldn't even go for a 6 for a sweater. That'd be too chunky for me, I think.
So deciding on your yarn is important because
Yes.
what this
That
yarn
is a
will work
6
for.
right there.
Like what this yarn will work for, this one won't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And some yarns I don't know what to do with when I get. But like the one yarn I had for 20 years, and I just now decided to use it.
Which is so pretty.
And
you said they don't make that yarn anymore.
I'm pretty sure they don't.
Which is weird.
Sometimes you can find it. People have it in their stashes and decide to get rid of it. You can usually find anything on some of these auction sites.
Yeah. I don't like when companies do that. It's like Bath and Body Works puts out these real pretty scents and then gets rid of them.
Well, that's the one I got from the garage sale. So she wouldn't have got rid of it herself if her health hadn't declined.
Right, because you said she couldn't.
Yeah, she couldn't
crochet
anymore.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think I remember you having all of that too.
Yeah.
I think
I made lots of baby blankets with that.
I think that's about it for right now.
Okay. Is there any more on there?
Nope.
Okay. Yeah, I think we got it all. Well, thank you for joining us on this Thursday. Yep,
Mm-hmm.
It was Thursday.
It was Thursday.
And I'm sure Mandy will join me again.
Oh my goodness, yes.
Yeah. And tomorrow I'll share with you whatever it was that I bought when I was out. And then we will have our fusion day tomorrow. So thank you for stopping by.
Yes.
And have a good day.
Yep.